Thank you, Sam.
Good morning, everyone. 9:14 right now. And, well, folks, we told you we're going to have a very attractive individual joining us during this segment of the show. And Rick Davis showed up.
With his dog.
Well, there is the attractive one that Rick brought along with. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to Teddy.
Yeah.
And Rick, why don't you tell us a little bit about Teddy?
Well, Teddy is the bank dog that I have since she was 7 weeks old.
She's, again, from Fidelity Bank.
Fidelity Bank. She's in the bank most days. We have a lot of clients just to come see Teddy.
Look, at Teddy's even name is on the screen. How about that? That's cool.
And we've signed some contracts to go on nationwide with the show that you taught me how to do. And I'm thinking about taking Teddy with me. I'm trying to get her certified as a comfort dog to go visit like the kids and stuff, because she goes here once in a while.
A service type dog, yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's house, Ronald McDonald's house. And they all like her because she just wants to be petted.
She's so gentle and beautiful.
Yeah, she's really gentle. So she's going to be on the road if she passes the test today.
All right.
But you said she
making
goes to the
herself
bank.
at home.
She goes to the bank every day. There's only been
Really?
one client there was an All-American wrestler from Iowa State that was a middleweight that was afraid of dogs, right? So the only client other than little children really once in a while, and he jumped up on the granite countertop when he saw Teddy.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then people were taking pictures and he was going to hurt them all, so we had to take all the phones away.
Teddy found
'Cause he wasn't
loose
afraid of
treats, so
humans.
Teddy's out wandering for treats
Teddy,
over
come
there.
here for a second. Here, I'll get her back. Why don't you tell us about what we're going to be chatting about here with Fidelity Bank, and we'll keep Teddy over here.
Part of the program and the direction that we're going is we're going to go nationwide with the kiddie loan, because of the fact is the biggest problem we see in the economy is the debt of student loans being prohibitive for the kids to grow up and become adults. So we can't do it in Des Moines only, because Des Moines only, you're not only going to go to schools in Des Moines. So we're going nationwide with the program to get realtors that'll be involved with us and certified by us, so that the whole country your kid can go to UCLA and somebody else's kid can go to Drake or Iowa City or Iowa by being taken care of by the right realtor. So instead of having twice as much student loan when you get out of school, you end up taking 3.5%, putting it down on a house around the thing, and save all of the room and board. Then they get roommates. They end up becoming credit worthy because they're on the loan with them. When they get out of college, they owe half as much loan. In most cases, they're going to have equity because housing is very good around universities and colleges, and causes them to kind of grow up a little bit. But we did the calculations, and it 45% less student loans will be available to people to do that loan. Will be used. They'll have more money.
Really?
Yeah.
And that's the biggest obstacle that people have to realize when you go through the school and you get all your collegiate work done. You're going to have a big bill at the end.
You're going to have a big enough bill. Some jobs that you normally would take as an entry level, you can't afford to take because you can't make the payments.
Right.
So you're longer getting a job, and everything's slower for the economy. So it helps the economy. And so we're going in three directions as our bank. We're always going to be a community bank. We're always taking care of the small business person because we're a small community bank. But we also are going to concentrate on the kiddie loans, the 21st century reverse mortgages to take care of the 62 and over, and then the VA loans, because they're a great loan that's out there now. And the advantage of the VA loan is you come back right now, you might have been sent overseas. We've had a lot of National Guard people gone, right? A lot of part-timers that became full-timers for a while in areas they didn't want to be in. So they've accumulated more debt. Well, if they have any equity in the house, we can help them put it back into one low interest rate. It's the lowest interest on the board right now. It's the first thing I can remember we actually did better for the veterans, and therefore they can get back to their life. So that's why we're going to concentrate on the veterans help, the kiddie loans, and the reverse. And exactly, I got invited to LA Live, which is a big deal based on how you guys taught me how to do this.
Oh, sure, okay.
So when they want me to talk about the kiddie loans, because we don't realize how well we live here. So the average income in Des Moines is $14,000 higher household than it is in Los Angeles, California.
No, it is not.
Really?
It is. By the way, our average house is $400,000 less than it is in LA. So these people had these homes, and then they grew up to 3 or 4 times their value, and they don't have any money. So they could take, and instead of you feeding the house, it's time for the house to feed you. So they could actually enjoy their life, stay in that weather, and they couldn't ever do it. So that's why they want me on. They want me.
I want to talk about the kiddie loans here in specifically. What type of term do these kiddie
Well,
loans
it is
have?
truly an FHA loan that was created to help kids get on their feet and parents to not be inundated with all these student loans. And they actually can buy the house. The child doesn't have to have credit. He just can't be an outlaw credit. Okay.
What does that mean?
That means he never paid anybody.
Okay.
And he did go get credit. But if he's just getting started, that's perfect. The parents just have to have adequate credit and 3.5% down to buy a home for the child to live in and go to university or go to the tech school or go whatever.
to school.
To go to a school program. And in most cases, they're going to have roommates that'll cut into their cost of their house. And I did one loan in DePaul, and the student tuition was 36, and the room and board was 33. So buy a $300,000 condo, $270,000 condo, and it was much less money. They got a roommate. It was almost free compared to what $120,000
It would have been if you went through the university.
This program
It's
is
a different
wonderful.
way of thinking,
Now,
isn't
we've
it?
talked about it before here locally. How does it work nationwide? Do we
Well,
just come to you and you have the connections to
we
make
are
that
now
happen?
setting up nationwide internet-based to certify and make sure that the realtors aren't just got their license last week. They need to know their
Right.
market and need to know the other things. Based on their credentials, we're going to talk to them and then start doing referral-based back and forth.
Okay.
Like I will have realtors on the show in Los Angeles. I'm going to Los Angeles and Albuquerque and Phoenix and Tucson and San Diego and Reno. So those areas will be my first set of realtors that I'll be meeting with at the same time I'm going on the show.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
You see how it works?
You see how everything just came together for this, because it's something that nobody else is really talking about with the knowledge that you have. And I think that's the key. You have the knowledge base of this.
Well, I'm on the street, and I'm still seeing the bigger picture, right? See, most guys are either up here and don't know what's going on down here, or they're down here and don't know what they can do. I'm lucky enough that we have enough volume. I get invited to the big table, even though I get a little chair. But I get invited.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, because you get to listen. And now around the financial planners and the peer level that I'm around, one of my associates when I was at West Point that was talking to me, his partner did Romney's taxes. So that's how we got into the Donald and the Romney thing. He says, well, Romney was in some ways brighter. He started filing taxes 10 years before he ran because he knew he was going to expose 10 years of his taxes. He had no tax liability either, legally. But then he thought he'd run for office, so he started paying his dividends.
Wow.
And because they move the real estate around, they're smarter people than that. But I'm just learning how many people have mammoth, beautiful houses and very limited income, and they didn't know what they could do.
We were
And
always wondering about that.
you're sharing that experience with everybody, and we appreciate that. And the other key to this is that you're still a community bank.
I'm still here
You're still
every
here.
week. I'm never going to leave town more than 2 days a week, and I'm trying to this is my home. This is where I live, and this is where my bank helped all this happen. We're going to make it, well, a $3 billion bank is coming here to sign us up to be their nationwide rep for the reverse mortgage. They did $3 billion. They picked us over everybody else to be the only one to handle the financial planner. So
All right.
it's really good things, and it's a lot of help they can get. We just need you to come see us. We're not a rocket mortgage. We're not 30 seconds, please give me the $500 deposit.
No,
we're
not about that. You're about eye-to-eye contact, and
know.
we'll make the best loan for you.
Well, yesterday, quick thing. Yesterday, I'm working on this young couple's loan, and then I'm talking to the mother who I did her loan building a house and helped her. So she said, would you ask them about this? I said, yeah, I will. So we found that they had another loan that they paid off their mother's home because I wanted to get them down to a much better loan. So I ended up putting a loan on their rental property to give them a large enough down payment so they didn't have any loan on their first loan. So all I did was save them $4,900 a year for the next 30 years.
That's the kind of stuff you can get
But
done
it's about finding the
by
right
seeing these
loan.
people,
You gotta
folks.
talk
For
to
the
them.
right person, it's talking to you and coming and meeting Teddy,
Teddy will be
who's
there.
just been
Teddy will
wandering
be there.
around.
If you sneak her a treat, she'll stay with you the whole
Come
time.
here, Teddy. Teddy.
So that's the kind of bank we're talking about, folks. A community bank, somewhere where you can
Teddy.
come meet Teddy and Rick and his
you go.
entire family. So let everybody know how they can get in contact with you.
Well, the phone number's up here, 343-2300. We're across the street on the west side of the mall, Jordan Creek Mall, and we're the ones with all the cartoon signs outside the bank because we try to have fun besides help you get the house you need.
There you go,
Teddy, turn toward the
fidelitybank.house. You
camera.
can also find them on Facebook as well, folks. Start the conversation, meet the members of the wonderful family of the community bank at Fidelity Bank, and you get to meet Teddy as well.
There you go, Teddy.
Thank you so much.
So if you want to meet Teddy, that's where you have to go. Right, Teddy? Is that right? Can you shake? Can you shake?
Nobody's like, you
I
can give
don't
me
let
more
her shake it,
treats.
the little kids
No,
want
she's not
to
going to shake. She's going to lay down. She's going to lay down. Folks, go meet Teddy and take advantage of Fidelity Bank. We will be right back.